use personal styling as a tool. So it's not the end goal. The end goal is not to look good. That's a nice benefit of it, but the end goal is to become your next level best version of yourself. And so personal styling and fashion and clothing is my tool to get you there. A big part of what I do in my empowerment experience is help people find their own magic and find their superpower, and how they can be a light. So I love that you focused on that, and that's because that's a really big part of what I do. And then I help people shine their light, and so their outsides matches their inside. That's sort of the idea. As far as busy moms go, I don't think that fashion should be a luxury. I think it's actually a necessity. When I say fashion, I don't mean designer brands. I don't mean you have to go out and, purchase a new wardrobe every few months. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the gift that you can give yourself every single day by taking literally 1 minute of your time. It is not a long, isn't that, it should not take you hours to get dressed, even if for an event, even for a special occasion, but for sure on a busy day when you have to get all the kids out, you have a million things to do. Maybe you have a job as well. You have just busy, doing. It should take less than 10 minutes. If you have systems in place, it should take less than 10 minutes to get ready to go. And you don't need fancy things. You probably already have most things in your closet to look and feel amazing.
Right? We're on a mission to help our Jewish sisters level up in every aspect of their lives and to feel
absolutely
good in their mind, body, and soul. And that's how we're going to bring Mashiach.
If you can guarantee making your life a healthier reality, what would that be worth to you? Welcome to the Get Fit Ima podcast, your go-to spot for everything fun, fitness, and feeling good. I'm your host, Ilani, your friendly guide, mom of 5, and a certified and dedicated fitness, nutrition, and health coach. We are Imas on a mission to create healthy on a time crunch, body, mind, and soul.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Welcome to Ima's on a Mission, another incredible episode. And today we have our wonderful guest speaker, Devora Golan, and she's a personal stylist and empowerment coach. She helps you upgrade your style and mindset so you step into your power and activate your potential. And so, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank God. How are you? Thanks so much for
Wonderful.
having me.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here because I know that this conversation is so amazing to help the women, our listeners, change their everyday life and get empowered just by hearing you talking, giving them the empowerment that they need, because that's exactly what your programs are called, right? You have like a thing, your signature program is called the Empowerment Experience. So it's all about getting empowered through our wardrobe and all about the power of positivity, right? How do we take that and create like positivity all around us? Because when we're feeling good inside, we're ready to like spread the light and spread the joy and all of it.
Exactly. Yes. You got it exactly right. When we feel good about ourselves and when we fill up our own cup, then we're able to fill up the cups of everyone around us and, show up as our best selves, do the best we can in our businesses, with our families, with our friends. When we feel great about ourselves, it really just trickles down to every single aspect of our lives.
Agreed. I totally agree. So I want to know, what inspired you to become a personal stylist? And what's the actual mission behind all of your empowered experiences and all of your magnetic brand activation and all of that?
So, where do you want to start?
Right, where did it all start? Right, your love for this, your passion for this.
So I'll tell you what, I've been doing this for a very long.
We need to have a passion. This is what I believe because I've
been doing this for a very long time. I've always loved, putting things together and getting dressed, and I learned from a very, very young age, like a pretty, teenager, the power of personal style. I used to be very, very shy child. And, when I started, getting more interested in fashion and just getting dressed, I really it helped me break out of my shell, and it helped me give me the confidence I needed. And I became from this really, really shy, afraid to approach any new person to this super outgoing, cool girl that I always wanted to be. And it's all through the power of clothing, because I had all these amazing outfits, and all of a sudden people would approach me and I wouldn't have to approach other people. And then that really gave me the confidence. After a while, people would come to me and say, you said something simple like, oh, I love your shoes, or I love your dress, or something like that. And that was a conversation opener. And then once I had that opening, then I was able to, start talking and become the best version of myself. So I really learned from that a young age the power of what clothing and style can do. And ever since I was like 15, 16 years old, I've really been helping family and friends look their best selves. And then about 8 years ago, I started doing it professionally. Once when my youngest wasn't gone, and I started, I got my certification for styling, and I've been helping women ever since. Around the time of, like, a little bit after the war, October 7th, I sort of started questioning everything. And because
Right.
at that time I was doing very simple, like basically personal shopping experiences, just the clothes factor of it. And I sort of went through this, like, a little bit of a midlife crisis. Like, why am I doing all this? Like, what's the point of everything? And then I really remembered my why, and I remembered the power of style, that it's so much bigger than just, okay, a few nice outfits here and there. I remember that actually I help people become their best selves, and it's life-changing and it's transformational. So that's really what I've been focusing on. I sort of restructured my entire business around the identity work, and I use personal styling as a tool. So it's not the end goal. The end goal is not to look good. That's a nice benefit of it, but the end goal is to become your next level best version of yourself. And so personal styling and fashion and clothing is my tool to get you there.
Wow, you know what? You said so much that it's like so resonating. I'll tell you why. Because after October 7th, I mean, I'm not the only one. I've been to many different other networking and entrepreneur events and on Zooms or whatnot. And everyone re-questioned their life after October 7th, like asking
Right.
ourselves, like, what am I doing? How am I giving back to my community? Because we've
Exactly.
seen so much pain. And as Jews, we see pain. We want to be able to fill that void. And we feel like, what am I doing?
Yes.
Like, it's my personal mission, my passion. Do I still have a passion for this anymore?
Yeah.
Or is it like second, like, is it in the back burner because there's so much more of a need to put myself out there and help out in other ways rather than in this, right? And I totally agree with you. I had that. And it's funny because in the wellness event I just hosted, and that's exactly what I was saying, that after October 7th, I re-questioned everything I do concerning, like, okay, fitness, nutrition, we know that. I always say you can get a fitness plan, go to YouTube, you'll get any workout video. If you want a meal plan, go to Google it, or today,
Right.
ChatGPT, whatever you want,
Sure.
But it's not the same thing as when you have it like personalized, when you have the experience, not just from textbooks, it's from the experience and the expertise to help women, feel better, get more energy and everything. But it's really about the mindset. And I
Yes.
questioned myself as well. And the reason I said that is because I started it with an aphrochat challah, and I did it for my friend's daughter she didn't pass, she got murdered at the Nova. And
Wow.
her message is share your light, because you never know who you'll be a lighthouse to. And I really
Wow.
believe that as women, we all have a light to share, and we all have something to share. Whatever our passion is, Hashem gave us this gift, this idea, inside our mind in the first place, because it's meant to be put out there. So I love it. I
Yeah.
love that you said that, because it literally like comes back to what we've been talking about, like what I've been talking about, what all of it, like we thought it was second nature, but you're helping other women. Like most of my listeners, right? They're busy moms. And if they're listening, they're probably thinking, okay, yeah, but something like fashion sounds like such a luxury. How can I help these, by giving them a few tools? How can you help some of these busy moms know that by getting dressed, it's not just a luxury, but just like the littlest things can give them more energy, more confidence, more, how can we do that? How can we help these busy moms by giving these little tools?
A big part of what I do in my empowerment experience is help people find their own magic and find their superpower, and how they can be a light. So I love that you focused on that, and that's because that's a really big part of what I do. And then I help people shine their light, and so their outsides matches their inside. That's sort of the idea. As far as busy moms go, I I don't think that fashion should be a luxury. I think it's actually a necessity. When I say fashion, I don't mean designer brands. I don't mean you have to go out and, purchase a new wardrobe every few months. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the gift that you can give yourself every single day by taking literally 1 minute of your time. It is not a lot, isn't that, it should not take you hours to get dressed, even if for an event, even for a special occasion, but for sure on a busy day when you have to get all the kids out, you have a million things to do. Maybe you have a job as well. You have just busy, busy, busy doing. It should take less than 10 minutes. If you have systems in place, it should take less than 10 minutes to get ready to go. And you don't need fancy things. You probably already have most things in your closet to look and feel amazing. So once you have that system in place, it's so easy. And if you're not quite there yet, that you haven't cleaned out your closet, you don't know what you have, you don't know what looks good on you, one thing that I would tell really, really busy, just completely overwhelmed moms who just have a million things going on and they're doing it all, choose one thing. Meaning you don't have to have a totally dressed to the nines, head to toe outfit every single day. Even if you're just like, stuck in the same rut of t-shirts and, jeans or leggings or whatever it is, even if you just choose one thing to put on that makes you feel powerful, that lights you up. So whether it's that a statement necklace like I'm wearing right now, or earrings,
earrings.
Exactly. Or a pair of shoes, or even if it's just like a swipe of lipstick, a little, a pop of a red lipstick, it's going to make you feel so much better. And that's ultimately what we want. So it doesn't have to be such a complicated thing. It's actually supposed to be a fun and exciting thing that you can do for yourself. And
a simple thing, right? It's so simple. Like the littlest,
yes,
like you said, a pop of color.
Exactly.
Yes, my mother grew up that way. Like she would work from home, even if you're working from home, and it's like you're walking by that mirror in the house and you look at yourself and you have that pop of color, makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
You're not like in pajama, because it's really like
Exactly.
about the way, like how it impacts. So like exactly that. I wanted to ask you, do you believe the way we dress impacts our health, our energy, our mood, even how we motivate, like how we feel to make like healthy choices? Like what motivates
Yes.
you to like get there, to do the next best thing for ourselves?
Mm-hmm. And I think that yes, like I said before, it really trickles down to every single thing. It improves your energy, it improves your mood, it improves how you want to nourish yourself better in a more healthy way. And it's coming out of love. That's the difference, I think. It's not coming out of a place of like, oh, I look so disgusting, I have to, dress better so I look better. It's not that. It's coming from a place of, I deserve to feel amazing today and every day, no matter what's going around around me. I want to have a great day, so I'm going to dress myself in a way that's going to make me feel amazing. No matter where you are, no matter if maybe you just had a baby and you feel your body's changed, or maybe you're going through perimenopause and body's changed again. There's a lot of ways in our women that are in our life that our body is constantly changing, and that's not a bad thing. Our bodies are supposed to change.
It's who we are as women, you know? And
so a lot of society has kind of told us that we're supposed to look exactly the same. Like once we reach 20 years old, that's it. We're supposed to just stay in that form, in that shape forevermore. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work that way, and that can be difficult. That can be hard. But when you come from a place of love and not feeling bad or feeling, bad about the way you look, or saying like, oh, I don't deserve to wear nice clothes. You are amazing just the way you are. You're gorgeous just the way you are. That doesn't mean that you can't make healthier choices or start moving out of love or all those things, but it should be coming out of a place of love and not hate and wanting to change yourself because there's something wrong with you.
Exactly. So, no should or have to, right? It's all about, that's why I call my whole fitness vault is called Move in Love. Like you love yourself enough. It's not a punishment. It's so that you love yourself enough to move. And it doesn't matter what you move. And like you said, it doesn't have to be long. I teach women that it's like, it has to, keeping it simple, and it's about 10 and done. That's why I have a 10 and done program, right? 10 and done.
Yes.
Simple, just a few minutes, like you said. It could take 10 minutes. It could be just
so we're on theme there.
That lights you up, that one thing. So you heard that, ladies. She said, one thing that lights you up. It could be a necklace. It could be your earrings. It could be that one shirt. It could be your favorite shadel. It could be, anything, a pop of color. It could be anything, but that is the one thing that will give you that energy. It will will get you to
Mm-hmm.
make the healthy choices, and it will get you to feel good about yourself, the confidence to walk into a room, to be a conversation starter, right? Like you said, when you were younger, it was like
Yes.
that made you like the conversation starter and everything. Like, wow. So I would love to hear,
Yeah.
like, you just hosted a 2-day activated style workshop, but
Yes.
like, just give us like a powerful transformation from that.
So it wasn't exactly about transformation. It was more trying to show women that they don't need to make gigantic steps to make a big difference.
Right, change
So
their whole wardrobe or something, right?
exactly. Or like invest. Of course, if you want to do that, that's also a great, thing that you can do. But not everyone's there. Not everyone can afford it, or they're not ready to invest in that. So it was all about making small changes, but which makes a big difference. So
Right.
it wasn't necessarily like when I do my one-on-one, that's the transformation. That's like a full transformative experience. But so this was less focused on big transformations and more like small transformations that make a big difference.
Right.
So just viewing your own wardrobe differently, seeing the power of your using your wardrobe as a tool, the power of dressing with intention, styling things slightly differently that just make a huge bam of a difference, pairing different colors together that you wouldn't think. So those are the kind of things that I really focused on, this activated style, that's showing people that it's actually much easier and more fun than people think.
Right. It sounds like more fun. The reason I'm asking is because a lot of the ladies that I deal with, they end up losing the weight, thankfully. And they, like, for themselves, it's not about weight loss. It's about really the inside. Like you said, the inside is what makes the outside feel better all around, and the outside in.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, it goes in two ways. But because of the fact that I have women that actually lose the weight and then they have to change a few things in their wardrobe because of
Yeah.
sizes or whatever. So you could have like just maybe a signature piece, or right, and then you could dress it up, and it could be something. It doesn't have to be so like you said, it doesn't have to be fancy. It has to be something that lights you up. It could be just like the way you
Yeah.
wear it. And like you said, dressing with intention, right?
Hmm.
And so like I think there's a lot of ladies that could definitely use a lot of your tips and a lot of your, definitely reach out to Deborah if you really want, Devora, if you really want more, like. And so if listeners had just 5 minutes in the morning, and so they're rushing, like you said, they're rushing with the kids, and you're a mom of five, I'm a mom of five.
Yes.
I get what it's like, especially when the kids are small and you got to rush out. There's time, there's carpool,
Yeah.
needs to go to school on time, and you need to rush out, and then you need to go off to work, and you can't come back home and get dressed and all that. So you have 5 minutes in the morning. So what's one thing that she can do to activate her style before running out of the house, or before anything that's going to get her empowered, right? That 5 minute thing.
Yeah. So besides just choosing one thing that lights you up, like I was saying before about dressing with intention, if you just take 1 minute and say, I like to say it out loud. I encourage my clients to either write it down or say it out loud. And it's like, oh, it takes so much time. It doesn't. It's literally 1 minute. And just say, what kind of a day do I want to have? What do I want to get done today? Or how do I want to feel today? And then just take a minute and just dress for that. Meaning, if you want to feel playful today, wear like some fun colors. If you want to feel bold today, choose something to pair that you've never done before. If you want to feel smart, then wear something maybe a little more structured, a little more classic. There's all these ways that you can just
I love
easily
that.
and simply dress with intention, and then you can set your day. You can set the tone of your whole day. I kind of view getting dressed as sort of like a live vision board. I know, Rosh Hashanah is coming up, and I'm very into the vision boards for the year, what you want, how you want a year to go. So it's like that with your dressing. You get the opportunity to do that every single day, and you can dress as your future self. You can say, okay, this
Yes.
is how I want to be. I want to reach my next level, and really collapse time. So instead of 3 to 5 years, it's happening now, and then you catch up with it because you're dressing like that person. You become that person a lot faster. If you're not there and you're just really super busy and you have a million little kids and you're just not in that place yet to think about, 3 to 5 years is so daunting. Just think, how do I want my day to go today? How do I want to feel today? Do I want to feel calm? Maybe choose soft flowing fabrics. Do I want to feel relaxed? Do I want maybe choose something that's comfortable and cozy and feels good on the skin? It's all basically like a live manifestation tool. It could be a short term and a long term. So that is what dressing with intention is.
I love that. So it's that itself in itself is like a whole manifestation tool that we can use. Which, by the
Yes.
way, the art of manifesting with Regan Hillier, she talks about that. She says well, she was in a situation where she was really like living at on a friend's couch that was helping her like in life. Like she was in so much debt, and she was like, she couldn't even go to her family because they kept on telling her, what is this manifesting thing? And she said, I would still wake up in the morning and dressed as that future self, that millionaire, that not the one that's living on the couch in my friend's house.
Yeah.
And putting whatever on, because I would go and meet up with people for potential business meetings, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But she would dress as her future self. And so that is something I started
Exactly.
on saying,
Yeah.
you know what, if I am my future self with the person that is, you know, dealing or leading this movement that I'm creating and all of it, how does she dress? So that's the question that she should ask. And I love that. You don't have to go crazy thinking of too many things. What you said is, how do I want to, you know, feel today? Just for today. Don't go
Today. Yeah.
Today. Keeping it simple.
It really depends on where you are in your life.
Right.
Yeah. If you're done with like the little kid thing, then maybe you can, you know, try to think more about, you know, future self. But even if you're not at that point, it's just, what kind of a day do I want to have? Do I want to be calm? Do I want to feel beautiful? Do I want to be relaxed? Do I want to, you know, feel strong? What do I want to do today? And then dress for that. And that will really set the tone for the whole day.
Right. And because I deal with women who don't like to work out, but eventually start and they start building a consistency and everything. So what happens is that they actually enjoy living in those Lululemon pants and those yoga pants or whatever, even though they're going to put a skirt on top or a dress on top. So like, you know,
that's
you
like,
talk
no.
about, yes, exactly. So that's what I want to ask you. You talk about finding your own personal style. So for the women that find themselves stuck in, you know, in yoga pants and overwhelmed by the closet and how do I dress, even though I want to run. They're not going to the gym. They're just doing their 10 and done, but they have their yoga pants under and they're so comfortable. They're just going to keep on moving, doing all the things throughout the day with like that underneath. What do you say about that, even with that?
So yoga pants or leggings are wonderful for working out, and they serve a purpose, working out. And that is their purpose. They should not be something to live in. You know, even I don't know if where most of your clients are from, but in Israel it's very common. I see women in pajamas, even a step under.
That's everywhere in Israel.
It's literally like they're like in their like Mickey Mouse pajamas.
It's a style. And I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So and I asked her, I was like, Makara. What are you PJs?
So I get it. I really do. And I understand like the appeal of the comfort.
How do you
no, I don't get dressing in pajamas, but I get the idea of wanting to like stay in their yoga pants and leggings all day.
The same idea as like I rolled out of bed in these.
Meaning like, oh, I'm comfortable. I'm just going to stay in this. So I get the appeal of it, but please don't do it. Like, it's just like, it's great that you want to have working out as a priority. So put that on like right before you're ready to work out. And then that's it. Or if you want to give yourself...
I'll give you another example. There's those women, because I grew up in Montreal. And in Montreal, all the mommies, they used to go from errand to errand, like drop off the kids at daycare. And then, so you see them in yoga pants. I mean, and it's under their skirt and under their dress or whatever it is, right? So they're wearing their Lululemon pants because they tuck it in, right? So they like that idea. It's like feeling like they're wearing Spanx and then being able to run through their day, doing all their other things. So the ladies living in New York, Chicago, Montreal, Toronto, like the cold weather, right, in the winter, they feel like, yay, so it's keeping me warm and I'm comfortable and all of that. So what's like something that they could do in order to like maybe...
So first of all, there's plenty of comfortable clothes that still look nice. You don't have to be uncomfortable. It's a myth that you have to be uncomfortable and... you know, squished and feeling too structured and too confined is a complete myth. You can find really, really beautiful pieces and comfortable pieces that are almost as comfortable, maybe sometimes even more comfortable as workout clothes. As far as warmth and an extra layer, you can wear leggings, but there's a difference between leggings and workout leggings. They're not the same thing at all. So if you want to have that extra layer, I actually prefer tights over leggings any day because it actually gives you that snatched feeling and it kind of holds you in a little bit more. That leggings like kind of end in like the worst possible place, like that, like really like middle of the stomach, like, and it gives you that like muffiny squish feeling. Tights you can pull all the way up to to like the bra, even like all the way up.
And for
it really holds
menopausal women,
everything
that's
in.
an important factor because menopausal women will have it right underneath the bra. That's where the fat deposits, whether you work out or not, whether you're
Yeah.
reducing your inflammation and trying your, whatever it is, it's part of it's a fact. It's a fact. We're all
Yes.
going to be there. We're all going to get there. We're all going to have it. And it's okay. You embrace it. You love it.
Yeah.
But you still do the best you can by like dressing as your higher self and
Yeah.
working out as your higher self and eating as your highest self and doing all the things in order to feel that better.
And I just want to specify that it's not about hiding. It's not about, oh, like now I have a belly. I need to feel that, confinement. It's about feeling your best and also emphasizing your best parts. So instead of focusing on, oh, I need to hide that belly, I need to, make my butt look smaller. It's what you love about yourself. Pick 3 things, or if you can't find 3, at least start with 1 that you really truly love about yourself and try to emphasize that area instead of saying, oh, I need to hide this, I need to dress to hide. Dress to show, dress to say like, oh, I love my eyes, so I'm going to wear lipstick or eyeliner or even a necklace that's going to bring the attention up to the face. Whatever it is, I love my legs. Okay, so wear that a skirt or something that's going to emphasize heels that are going to bring attention there. So it's all about, again, coming from a place of love and saying, this is what I do. I need to dress to hide myself.
I love all these tips and amazing. So all I have to say is for the ladies that, you love your yoga or Lululemon pants or whatever it is, and maybe you want to take those tips and take those 5-10 minutes and you need a little help, reach out to Devora. That's why she's here. That's why our personal stylist in this style that understands you because she's a busy mother herself. So she gets it. She gets what it means to have to
I
clean
do.
the house.
I get it.
She's able to give you the exact tips that you need and feel the empowered experience. That's why it's a whole empowered experience, right? Let us know what is going on with you and how the ladies listening, can join you and maybe get those empowered experience, get those little tips, get those little things that they can get and just and then move on and say, wow, I took a course that was life-changing because now I take all these tips and I use them.
Yeah. So the best way to have that transformation, you can take as many tips as you want. And like you said, like you can find all that online. It's great to go to a person, but sure, give me 10 easy tips to get dressed in an easy way. I mean, you can do that. You can ask ChatGPT, you can look online, you can get all that. But the difference between that and working with somebody one-on-one personally is that I'm going to get to know you and I'm going to get to know your best features and your best personality traits. So my empowerment experience is actually a 6-week program. It takes time. It's not a one and done thing. Transformation does not happen overnight. It does take a little bit of time. So it's between 6 weeks and 2 months that I work with clients, and then we see a complete transformation. I do have a couple other smaller things coming up though, if you're not ready for the full commitment and transformation. This is a big secret, and you heard it here first.
Yeah.
But I am introducing a monthly styling membership. If you're not quite ready to do the full one-on-one transformation, it's going to be once a month. We're going to meet online and we're going to talk about a different topic every single month. We're also going to have a supportive WhatsApp group with like-minded women. And that's going to give you the hands-on tips and the little things. If you're not ready for that full commitment yet, that's going to give you the small tips to really keep you going.
That is so exciting.
Yes,
Yay.
very exciting.
That's so much fun. That's really I know that there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes when it comes to all of these things. So it's congratulations to you. And honestly, you heard it here first. I love it that you can actually, reach out to Devora. She has the personalized signature program where you could go one-on-one and she could get to know you personally, or you can go ongoing and get all the tips and the tricks and the hacks and the whatever it is you need in order to get to be your higher self. Because let me tell you something, that when you level up in one aspect, you level up in all other aspects. It goes together, right? Your higher selves means your you're growing, you're working on it. It's not something that it's like overnight. It's something
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's exactly. Everything is a journey. There's no quick fixes to anything, you know? And that's how we get there. And I love it. Thank you. So I'm going to be dropping in the show notes, all of the information that Devora just shared with us, that how you can reach out to her. The links will be there so that you can join in. And, you know, by listening to this episode, I hope you got some great tips. I mean, you gave us some great tips. I mean, if I was to summarize, I'd say you gave us like a little thing that we like I said, I love my earrings, and like a little
easy, fun.
Easy, fun, something like your favorite shirt, something that makes you feel good, and that empowering. How do I want to dress today? Just today, right?
Dressing with intention.
Today to feel this awesome woman that I am. And honestly, I would really, really, really suggest reaching out to Devora because of the fact that you can really level up in all other aspects of your life and not just in your wardrobe and everything else. But that's just the beginning, and that is just a starter, and I love it. Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, and I also just wanted to add that this is available for anywhere in the world. I work, with in-person clients locally and also online. So anywhere you are, I would love to help you.
Right. You heard that. Anywhere you are. You don't have to be in Israel. You can be anywhere around the world. It could be done. You could be done. And especially you could either go with the one-on-one or something more like she said, something more.
The monthly membership.
And monthly membership. And it's like for everybody. I love it.
Yes.
So much.
Very exciting.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing all of your beautiful wealth, your knowledge, your expertise, your experience. It's not something that is a given. You're giving out all these tips. So thank you. And I hope that, that my listeners get a lot out of it. And not only that, but that you end up reaching out to Devora and using it up, because I know that when you feel good on the outside, you feel good on the inside and outside. It's both. It's one with the other, and all in one. It totally combines it, and it just makes it the most beautiful experience altogether. Thank you so much for joining me.
For sure. Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Yes,
really nice
on a mission, right? We're on a mission to help our Jewish sisters level up in every aspect of their lives and to feel good in their mind, body, and soul. And that's how we're going to bring Mashiach.
Yay.
That's what we do, right? We want to help bring Mashiach, and that's how we're going to bring Mashiach, because Mashiach is not coming in any other way but through joy. That's it.
Everyone in their own talents. Everyone has their own ways of bringing that out.
That's right. And we were talking just before we got online, and I was saying, if Hashem gave us this, or did I say it while we were recording, but it doesn't matter. Hashem gave us this idea and this mission and this passion. And so each one of us has our own mission to bring it about. And I love that. I love that you're doing it with style, with so much style.
So fun. And I also just wanted to add to that we're also co-creators with God. That not only do we have the talent, that we get to co-create and decide how we want our lives to go and decide what blessings we're ready to come into our lives.
Right. How we want to design our lives, right?
Exactly.
You're the author of your life. And
exactly.
Exactly. How do you want to design your life is up to you. And if you need help with it, reach out to Devora.
And then dress for it. Whatever you want, dress for it.
Dress for it. How do I want to dress for it today? I love that. So I'm going to take that on. You see, I love this because I'm the one getting so much out of it at the end. Thank you so much for joining me.
This was really fun. Thank you for having me.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you. Wishing you all the best. And thank you for joining me on a mission. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Get Fit Ima podcast. If you loved what you heard today, it would mean the world to me if you took a moment to rate, review, and share this podcast with someone that you think would benefit too. Sharing this podcast is the best way to help it grow and create a powerful community to join you in your fit momentum journey.